1. You can fail at almost everything, yet still win big. Do you know how the greatest art dealers work? They operate like index funds. They don't chase for individual pieces. They buy everything they can. Then they sit and wait for a few winners to emerge. 99% of the works they acquire are boring and average, but 1% turns out Picassos. They can be wrong most of the time and still end up right. Become okay with a lot of things going wrong. You can be wrong half the time and still make a fortune. 2. Find what is enough for you. There's a famous story. Famous authors Kurt Vonnegut and Joseph Heller were in a party. Party was hosted by a billionaire hedge fund manager. Vonnegut told Heller about the billionaire host. Just today he earned more than your bestseller book ever made in its whole history. Heller responded, I have something he'll never have. Enough. The answer was simple yet striking. Happiness is the results minus expectations. If you always raise your expectations, you will never reach them. You will never be enough. Expectations don't usually come from within. They come from comparison. The habit of comparing people with yourself. But remember this, there will always be a richer, sexier, healthier person than yourself. This is a battle that can never be won. 3. Be willing to pay the price. Everything has a price. And the key is just figuring out what the price is and being willing to pay it. What's the problem with that? Price of a lot of things are not obvious until the bill is overdue. Market returns are never free and never will be. They demand you pay the price like any other product. You are not forced to pay this fee, just like you are not forced to go to Disneyland. The uncertainty fee in markets is the cost of admission to get the higher returns. Be okay with that fee. Define the cost of success and be ready to pay it. Nothing worthwhile is free. Except my channel. Subscribe for free. Find the price, then be okay to pay it. 4. Don't wait something to start saving. Building wealth has little to do with your income or investments. It's more about your savings rate. Think about when was the last time you started to save. It was probably for some object. This is the problem. We save only for specific goals. Everybody focuses on tangible things that money can buy. However, intangible benefits of money are far more valuable. Saving is a hedge against life's inevitable ability to surprise the hell out of you at the worst possible moment. We usually obsess on returns on savings. If your bank account doesn't have any return, you feel very bad. But think about this. What if that zero return bank account gives you the flexibility to take more meaningful jobs or wait for investment opportunities? Save. Just save. You don't need a specific reason to save. 5. Focus on buying freedom with money. What is the highest form of wealth? A Rolex? A Ferrari? Nope. It's the ability to wake up every morning and say, I can do whatever I want today. The ability to do what you want, when you want, with who you want is priceless. It's the highest dividend money pays. Now look around. People are chasing things, people are buying bigger and better stuff, but they are giving up more control over their time. Not having control of your time is the most common way for unhappiness. Remember what Charlie Munger said about it. I did not intend to get rich. I just wanted to get independent. 6. We don't admire the people with fancy stuff. We admire our image with fancy stuff. Think about the last time you see your favorite car. A Lamborghini maybe. You think how cool you'll be in it. The irony is that we rarely look at the drivers. You don't say, wow, the guy driving that car is cool. You say, wow, if I had that, people would think I'm cool. This is a paradox. Even if you have that fancy stuff, people will not think about how cool you are. They will only dream about their future self. So think about the things that you really desire. What you probably want is respect and admiration. Don't try to chase them with material things. 7. Investing is mostly about waiting. Ronald James Reed was a janitor. He died at the age of 92. So what's strange about him? When he died, he had $8 million in his investment account. Yes, you heard it right. A janitor accumulated $8 million. How? Just by frugal living and buying blue chip companies. And waiting. Time is the most powerful force in investing. It makes little things grow big and big mistakes fade away. Basically, compounding is king. The temptation is high for chasing big returns in a short time, but not many great investors win by one of big returns. If you're able to stick around for a long time, you will see the magic of compounding. Important thing is being financially unbreakable and keeping your investments when things are seeming bad. Always remember these words of Charlie Munger. The first rule of compounding is to never interrupt it unnecessarily. 8. Great success is usually about dumb luck. If you bought Tesla on 2014 at $45 per share, it was still around the same price until the end of 2019. In 5 years, it had gone nowhere. And then what happened? In 2 years, it skyrocketed over $1,200. A humble $10,000 investment will become $260,000. So here is the question. Were the investors buying Tesla in 2014 dumb, or investors in 2019 were genius? In reality, nobody were dumb or genius. It was mostly luck. You can't control some things, especially in the markets. Accept it. Do your best, but accept that luck takes huge part in life. Think about Bill Gates. He was devilishly smart, but more importantly, he was lucky. His high school had a computer. What's wrong with that? It was 1968. That year, there were only a handful of high schools in the world that have computers. The chances were almost 1 in a million. 9. Leave room for error. Most important plan is to plan on the plan not going according to plan. So it's better to have a frugal budget, flexible thinking, and a loose timeline. Anything that lets you live happily with a range of outcomes. Yes, be optimistic about the future, but be a bit paranoid about what will prevent you from getting into that future. You don't have control over what future holds. Therefore, be cautious. It's better to save than sorry. Do you want to calculate your retirement age? Use room for error when estimating future returns. Do you want to buy stock? Use earnings projections that are below the expected average. If it's still good, then buy it. 10. Don't try to over-optimize. Focus sleeping well at night. You are not a spreadsheet. You are a person. You are full with emotions. Academic finance focuses on mathematically optimal investment strategies. However, real life is more than the numbers. What matters is how well you sleep at night. Everybody is different. Some can live with high ups and downs on their investments, some cannot. Find what you can handle. Invest your money in a way that helps you sleep at night.